Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out the GFVGA social media calendar. My name is Mary Kendall Dixon. I am the Communications and Marketing Coordinator here at GFVGA. And I'm just going to quickly walk you through our social media calendar. This is meant to be a tool for you growers. We, as an association, realized as we were coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic that there was a need for a united voice on social media for the Georgia and the Southeastern specialty crop industry. So we have developed a toolkit for you. Part of which is a monthly social media calendar that just kind of giving you some guidelines, some outlines and structure for your social media, because we know you're all very busy doing your other jobs on the farm and might not have time to devote that you would like to growing your social media presence. So we want to help you in that. So please take this and use it as best as it best for you. Don't feel like you have to stick to it, because again, it is a tool and a guide. So I'm going to quickly share my screen and we're just going to walk through a few things. So here is each month we will be developing this calendar for you. This is what we use here at GFVGA, what I use every month to map out what I want to put out on social media. For me, it's that bird's eye view of what's going on, what am I talking about this month? So then each week I've already got the plan and it's easier for me to put out the content that I need to put out. So at the top here, you will see this key, and I'm going to quickly go through what each one means. So first you have these green by Georgia grown, these pink by Georgia grown colors. And what that means is when you see that pink color, we want you to hit on your social media the importance for consumers to buy Georgia grown produce. If you are a peach grower and peaches are in season, tell them, hey, we want you to be buying Georgia grown peaches, because when you buy Georgia grown peaches, you're helping my farm and your community. And if it's in December and you don't have anything in season right now, that's okay. We'll try to, highlight another in-season fruit or vegetable that you don't grow, but that, that your farmer friend might be growing, because we want you to not only be promoting your own crops and your own farm, but also the specialty crop industry as a whole. So pink, buy Georgia grown, the importance of buying Georgia grown. This next one is this gold, and I've called it feel good posts. Think of these as like the Dodge Super Bowl commercials. I always think of the Dodge commercial, "So God Made a Farmer." That you want these posts to make someone feel good. You want them to feel nostalgic and just reminisce and, just feel good is the best way I can put it. And so I have an example that I do want to show you for that, just so you kind of have an idea. This has gone out on our social media platform. This is one of our growers, one of our Vidalia onion growers. I found this quote by Thomas Jefferson: "Let the farmer forevermore be honored in his calling, for they who labor in the earth are the chosen people of God." This just makes you feel good. It really does. And so when we say feel good, something that's going to invoke an emotion in your audience. And don't worry, I also have a handy document for you with a bunch of quotes that you can use for those posts. Now, back to the calendar. The green, this lime green, it's food safety. Food safety is a major part of your operation. It's a major part of what you do every day that a lot of that the consumers don't really know about. So we want you to tell them that. We want you to say, when our watermelons come in from the field, they come into this food safety line where they are washed, and we want you to tell them that this is your story. This is part of your story. And it's a very important part of your story. It's an important part of what you do. So we want you to be sharing that. Food safety, it doesn't always have to be like on-farm food safety. It can also be an at-home food safety tip. You know, Mom, you have bought a lovely watermelon at the grocery store. When you bring that home, you want to make sure that you wash it. You know, anything, you know, food safety related, at home, on the farm, wherever. This next one is personally my favorite. We're calling it Faces of Georgia Grown. And whenever you're using these, we do want you to use the hashtag Faces of Georgia Grown. This is when we want you to highlight your farm family. You know, who are the growers? Who's your sales analyst? Who is your harvest crew manager? Who's the person who's answering the phone? Who's your receptionist if you have one? Anybody on your operation, we want you to highlight them because they are such an important part of your operation. Because we also ultimately, we want you to be putting a face to your produce. We want when your neighbor is at the grocery store and they're picking up some squash, we don't want them just to see a squash. We want them to see your face. We want them to identify your produce with you and your farm. And then we have ag facts in this light blue color. That's just your basic ag fact. You know, it can be about the economic impact that a crop might have. It could be about the stages of production for a crop. Whatever, you are the experts on your crop. So we want you to share that knowledge, because who doesn't love some good, just random information that's, you know, just kind of fun. Next, we have this gray recipes. I don't have any in June, but, you know, sometimes people, you know, they might look at some produce in the grocery store and they're, you know, they just don't really know how to cook it, you know, or maybe they're looking, you know, I love fried okra. But that's the only way I eat okra, you know, but maybe if I had, you know, I'd like to see other ways to cook okra. So if you have a family recipe that's just an absolute favorite for your family, that's using a crop that you grow, share that, you know, because you want people, you know, to think when they see it to think, oh, hey, yeah, this recipe sounds great. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that piece of produce next time in the grocery store so I can try this recipe out. Next, we have purple. It's the Instagram story or Facebook Live. So this is Instagram stories and Facebook Lives. They are great tools on social media that sometimes we can forget about. But I encourage you to sprinkle that in throughout your calendar. And I will be sprinkling them throughout ours as well, of, you know, showing on your Instagram story the process it takes for tomatoes to get from the field to the grocery store, you know, as it goes out your facility. You know, Facebook Live, you know what, if watermelons are about to hit the stores, you know, hop on a Facebook Live and share that with consumers, you know, so that they get excited. So that's just a fun feature on social media platforms that we want you to use and utilize. And finally, we have this red, which is holidays. You know, holidays don't just have to be, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day, 4th of July. There's actually a great big list of national days that happen every month. Some months are even have a national month. As you can see, June is National Fresh Fruits and Veggies Month. So this is a great opportunity for you on social media to, you know, when you're posting an ag fact about sweet corn, you can do at the end hashtag National Fresh Fruits and Veggies Month. You can do that all throughout the month. And there are also a lot of just fun national days that we don't ever really think about. So like here in June, we've got a World Food Safety Day. You know, that is a fantastic opportunity for you to be talking about food safety and the importance of it and why you are dedicated to it on your operation. But there are also some fun days like National Onion Ring Day towards the end of June. You know, if you're not a Vidalia onion grower, That doesn't mean that you can't be sharing, hashtag National Onion Ring Day on your social media. Put that out there and, help promote your Vidalia onions and, your fellow farmers. Or same thing with on here earlier in the month, we have National Corn on the Cob Day. You might not grow sweet corn, but again, we want to stress the importance of buying Georgia grown produce when it is in season. So that is a breakdown of just the calendar as a whole. And we will also be providing you with some guided language. Again, this is a tool and we want you to use it as much or as little as you would like. So I have already put in some days have just some copy that you can copy and paste out onto your own platform, like for Memorial Day coming up. Today on Memorial Day, we pause and remember the brave men and women who gave their lives for our country. We say thank you for your sacrifice, and then you find a good image that you like and put that out on social media. But then, there are some days where we've just kind of given you an example of a watermelon fact that you could put out on an ag fact day. Or, let's see, for a team member, for a Faces of Georgia Grown Day, here's how you can highlight a team member, let's say, what's their name? What's their job? How long have they been working there? What's their favorite fruit or vegetable? Because you want to make it personal and you want to make it authentic. Again, because your whole goal is to put a face to your produce. If you have any questions about this calendar, please feel free to send me an email. It's mkdixon@asginfo.net. I'm more than happy to help walk you through this and give you some guidance. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. So just send me an email if you have any questions. Before we go, I have one more thing that I want to show you to help you with those feel-good posts that we talked about earlier. I have created, and I have cultivated this over years, a list of just great quotes, because as I said here, sometimes other people say it better. And this is just, a list of things that you can use on your own social media, put it on a picture, or use it as a caption, whatever you would like. I have, some of them do have some things italicized, and those are just some things. I did that for myself to kind of help me identify and see, okay, of this quote, to be successful, the first thing to do is fall in love with your work. I want to put more emphasis on fall in love with your work. But this list is certainly not exhaustive. I encourage you to have this on your computer, and just, there are Bible verses in here. There are quotes from the FFA Creed and other people. Further down are anytime I'm on social media and I see an ag fact that I like, I add it to here. So sometimes American Farm Bureau will put out something like 1 acre of land can produce 50,000 pounds of strawberries, or Georgia Farm Bureau, this has been several years, but tweeted out, America imports $13.3 billion of fresh and processed fruits, making it the nation's top ag import. Because I want to be able to have that stuff right handy. I don't really want to have to go search for things. So I suggest that you keep this and just keep adding to it. I've also found that when I've used it, I just highlight it in a color, and that way I don't, that way I'm not reusing the same ones over and over and over again. I get some variety in there. There are a few other, like there are some soybean and there's a cattle fact in here. Some of y'all don't all just grow fruits and vegetables, and that's great. So there might be some other things in here that you can use. And with that, that is our, it's just a quick overview of our toolkit that we have for you. Be sure to check out the rest of the webpage. That's going to have a lot of other helpful documents for you. And again, if you have any questions, please, please, please send me an email. Again, it's at mkdixon, DIXON, @asginfo.net. I'm more than happy to help you get confident on social media so that you can tell your story, because if you don't tell it, someone else is going to tell it for you. Thank you and have a great day.